Hey guys, it's Alfie back on another video, and today we're going to be judging the COD games. Before I start though, I need to address this. This is my opinion, and I don't want anyone to debate in the comments and get spotted or something. I don't know. But let's get started. Number 11, Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare had a poor campaign. Poor campaign. The multiplayer was okay, and the Spec Ops was alright. This game could have been good and great, but Sledgehammer didn't really introduce that much of a jetpack and the infamous supply drops, and it was a pay to win and wasn't like former COD games glory. It let down quite a lot of players. Starting at number 10, COD BO4. The game was fun at release and barely had any new content, and the new characters were bland and had nothing from the former Black Ops game. Black Ops 4 was awful because the Battle Royale was it replaced the campaign, and that's the reason why a lot of people played the game, and that just ruined the game. They just tried to hop on and earn money to the Battle Royale trend. Number 9, COD World War II. The release was awful with bad servers and COD's usual shitty invite system, although I wasn't there because I bought it on Christmas. I loved it for the first few months, and then the game got boring and there wasn't that fresh, but the DLC weapons were balanced, so that was a plus, I guess. Number 8, COD Ghost. COD Ghost was a decent game and featured the alien mode that's never been used since. It was a good alternative to zombies, and they did a good job with it. The campaign was goodish in my opinion, and I would have had a sequel. The multiplayer was no different from any other FPS shooter game at the time. Number 7, COD Infinite Warfare. This game was great in my opinion. The campaign had the best out of any other COD game in the world, in my opinion, and it had COD 4 remastered with it, Infinite Warfare, and I respect that because they're trying to bring back old things. The zombies were shit because they failed miserably to add a new content that would make players stay for it. Treyarch does such a better job than Infinity Ward at that. Number 6, BO3. BO3 was in the middle for bad and good, and it had a very enjoyable multiplayer because the supply drop skin, or only skins and weapons. If you committed or casual, you could get the DLC weapons. The campaign was a letdown. It was hard to understand, and I never finished it. Number 5, COD 4. It had a good campaign. When you meet Captain Price for the first time, in the campaign. The multiplayer hooked me for months, and this didn't have a special mode like Black Ops, Spec Ops or Zombies, but this game kickstarted the COD to what the franchise is today. And there was no those games before, but if there was another game mode that introduced us to maybe Spec Ops, all the other COD games that was Modern Warfare, it would have been so much better. Number 4, Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 was one of the last good COD games before it was the end of good game design. Although it was watered down version of MW, it's the 4th best of my list. It's the second best of the Modern Warfare franchise to this day. It's a good multiplayer game. There's tons of good players, and good players have tons of good memories. Its campaign was the end of a lot of great characters. Rips R.I.P. Soap. Campaign though, we did see our Lord and Saviour Captain Price we finally catch Makarov and hope to and kill. Hopefully this year we could see the end to Captain Price's legacy in Modern Warfare 4. This was one of the 2 that featured the Spec Ops mode along with the new addition to the series, Survival. I saw myself playing it for hours on end. Number 3, Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 had one of the only multiplayer path COD series on the campaign. It had a great story, one that you would actually care about and not just forget in a minute. And so that happened to have the best multiplayer. One of the best multiplayers. It was one of the things, and that you could play for weeks, and it had a great launch. Tons of people. I'm pretty sure I thought it had jetpacks like Advanced Warfare, which is the next. It featured Transit, which is the worst map which make other people put it lower on the list, but also featured Mob of the Dead, which would make people put higher on the list. So it's like that's balanced it out. Mob of the Dead. Let's get into number 2. Number 2, BO1. BO1 is one of the best games ever made. It was one of my favourite, and I loved it. Unlike any other COD at the time, it introduced some of was given some of the best maps yet. It didn't introduce it. That was what's it called? World War One, but still. It had some of the best kill streaks fitting in with the 1960 to 97. It also featured Resinov. Sorry about the break, my sister came in the room. Modern Warfare 2 had the best content ever made by Activision today, and will never be beaten for a decade or two till the game becomes more creative for Infinity Ward once again, and the game is set in the modern time as suggested by all the devs. The guns were all OP and the kill streaks were the best, along with the almighty nuke. The campaign picks off from World War 3, starting along with the Delta team storming through New York City and saving Captain Price from the Gulag, which was later in the story. I hope you enjoyed the video, and goodbye guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.